After a lot of wondering and a lot of waiting, Dynamite is taking a second shot at trying to make a Darkwing Duck comic. This time written by Daniel Kibble-Smith with art by Ted Brandt and Rose Stein. And the main cover being done by Darkwing's creator, Tad Stones. Dynamite's first attempt at a Darkwing comic was pretty bad. Slowly got better, and then completely face planted at the end, undoing most of the goodwill that it had built up. It was made even worse the fact that the Justice Ducks comic was much better, and the Negaduck comic was very good. But both comics did not last very long. So we shall see if Dynamite can do better with Darkwing the second time around. So we start off, classic shot of the Audubon Bay Bridge with Sekenard in the background, and you have a narration by Darkwing as he drives the Ratcatcher and crashes through a ceiling with a bunch of masked guests, where we get the title drop. This story is called High Voltage, which is known as Year 1, Part 1 of 12. The masked guests kind of give off a sort of Court of Owls type of feel, only for it to be revealed that Darkwing is reading to Goslin memoirs, which, knowing him, are heavily dramatized. This is also where we get a first good look at with art, which I can say that it is very jarring, especially if you came off the Justice Ducks and Negaduck series, which had really nice art compared to this, which is a weird hybrid between the original Darkwing Duck art style and the 2017 DuckTales. Some characters look okay, but other ones look very uncanny. The main one being Goslin looks really, really off-putting in this new art style. As we see Launchpad come over to babysit Goslin as Darkwing sets off to battle Megavolt. And here we see something interesting is that Megavolt doesn't know who Darkwing is, even though Darkwing says that they fought before, which sets up that they're going with a Batman Year 1 type of thing, where Darkwing is still fairly new to crime fighting. And Darkwing fails in stopping Megavolt from stealing a experimental battery that's supposed to hold infinite charge, which would pretty much make Megavolt unstoppable. And so now he fired off an attack at Darkwing. He now has to go recharge it. And the only place that he could be able to get that much of a charge is the carnival that's in town. That, of course, Goslin was able to con Launchpad into taking her to. Megavolt, Darkwing, Launchpad, and Goslin are all at the carnival. Darkwing and Megavolt end up having a showdown on a roller coaster as they fight over the battery, which Darkwing eventually ends up getting away from Megavolt and ends up using the battery to suck out the charge from Megavolt. Initially, Darkwing was gonna haul Megavolt off to jail, but due to Darkwing's ego, Megavolt gets sick and tired of listening to him talk and eventually begs to be hauled away by the police. And with our villain defeated, our main trio go home. And we get a teaser that Bushroot will be the next villain. For my thoughts, I say this is a pretty good comic. The story is fairly easy to follow. Darkwing, Megavolt, Goslin, and Launchpad are written much closer to how they were in the original show, compared to how they have been portrayed in the previous attempts. And right away, we even get Goslin saying King Gear, something that she never said in the previous attempt. There's a wide range of facial expressions, as well as also some pretty dynamic poses. Even though I mentioned before, this new art style, which is going to take a bit to get used to, especially when it comes to Goslin. Some of her facial expressions just look really, really bizarre and off-putting in this new style. Aside from that, I definitely would recommend this comic. It's a brisk read. Everybody's in character. There's some good gags. A simple to follow story that has a beginning, a middle, and an end, while also having a teaser for what comes next. Solid recommend. I do hope that Tad does more than provide covers. I hope that he ends up acting as kind of like a creative consultant to keep this series on track. Well, till next time, see ya.